40 stupid people that instantly got fired. According to Reddit. Number 40. I managed a bowling center for about 10 years. I hired a kid who'd never had a job before, and he was a little on the odd side, but he seemed pretty smart, so I took a chance on him. About a month into his employment, a very, very large woman came in with her family. This kid couldn't believe how big she was. He kept insisting to everyone that it was a costume. That has to be a fat suit, he kept saying. He wouldn't give it up. He then decided to get the truth. He walked up to this woman in front of her entire family and asked, "Are you really that fat, or is that a costume?" I've never been so dumbfounded in my life. He was suspended immediately and terminated after HR investigated. The woman was so upset, she ended up getting some pretty hefty compensation from the hotel, hopefully not in the way of food, which was much deserved. You already know, she spent it on food if they gave us some money now. Let's go to IHOP. Or maybe she's a Denny's type of girl. As we travel up to number 39, I own a tree removal service. I hired a guy as a ground worker. He worked great for the first 2 weeks, didn't complain, seemed to know the work, and I paid him very well. The third week he was working with me, we did a job that consisted of 2 big box elders that needed to be removed. That's just a big type of tree. It was 95 degrees that day. I told all the guys that day, don't push yourselves too much. Wouldn't want these motherfuckers fainting out here. Make sure you're getting enough fluids, and if you need a break, take one. The new guy drove his own vehicle to the job, as he needed to leave about 40 minutes early that day to make it to a dentist appointment. We were like 40 minutes into the job, and I noticed he's moving really, really slow. Just looked really unmotivated and like he didn't want to be there. We had the customer's driveway blocked off with brush everywhere, and at this point, I'm still climbing in the tree, and I see the guy driving through the customer's yard, which was like 2 acres, then onto the road in a serious hurry. I called him probably 30 times to make sure everything was all right, didn't hear back from him, and my other employees had no idea and were in shock. They saw him hop in his truck and just dart. He decided right then and there, fuck this, and left. Still haven't heard from him to this day. I didn't terminate him. That's the closest I would have come to firing someone. Well, damn. I guess he just done with that job. I understand. Isn't that something? Number 38. I wasn't the manager at the time, but I witnessed a good one. After a customer left the store, my coworker loudly called them a Jew. Well, insinuating that they were cheap. They didn't go for her upsell. Come on now. It was her second day, and she was fired on the spot. You can't just be calling everybody a Jew, especially when they ain't trying to buy your bullshit when you upselling people. Come on now. You know. Yeah, Jews. Number 37. Not a manager, but I was a higher up over this high school kid. I worked at a golf course during the summer as a lead instructor for golf camps, and we just hired 2 high school guys to help out. Each day I usually go through a small teaching session and then let them out the course to play. So I get through the lesson, send the groups out to the different holes, and I told them I watch over holes 1 through 5 and that they watch over holes 6 through 9. So I gave them their own cart. Big mistake on my end. To navigate, quicker from hole to hole. Everything was going smooth until about an hour later when one of the kids comes up to me and said that there were dirt trails all over number 8 green. I take my cart over to inspect it, and sure enough, these kids were doing burnout and drifting on the green. Now, I'm irate and want to go confront these kids and bitch them out. I head back down the fairway towards hole 7 to find these guys, I shit you not. They are literally chasing a beaver around in the golf cart. A fucking beaver. On a course with literally no ponds and water traps. How this beaver got there, I have no idea. What I do know is these two got fired immediately after that. We did not hire any more high school kids after that fiasco. Well, that poor beaver. That poor beaver. If you guys ever want a place on the internet where somebody's going to be sympathetic to Lady Beaver, it'll be here, okay? We don't know the gender of the beaver. And in today's society, you know, that beaver can live as whatever they want, you know what I'm talking about? I respond only to them and they. Shut up, beaver. Okay, number 36. I had a guy that would ring up dine-in orders with 5 sodas. What? I don't understand. Give me a second here. Number 36. We had a guy that would ring up dine-in orders with 5 sodas, the amount that people ordered. But then, before they cashed out, he'd remove all but 1 or 2 and would then pocket the difference. Well, this guy thought he was smart until he got caught. He would give them the first copy, and since of course that's what they ordered, they never said anything. When he realized they would be paying cash, he changed it, and I realized it one day as he was fired. Interesting. Number 35. I was a blacksmith at a federal historical site, and I used to make nails as a demonstration. I didn't see this, but another blacksmith was making nails, and a lady remarked, "They didn't have nails back then." Nigga. 17th century. To which the blacksmith replied, "Right, lady, they scotch taped Christ to the cross." You idiot. You know what I mean? They didn't have nails back then. And this nigga got fired for that. For questioning people's stupidity. That's because that's not nice. You know what I mean? My favorite quote from fucking Simpsons is "There's being nice." No, there's being right and there's being nice. Oh my God. Oh my God. Number 34. Okay. I had to fire a dish kid once. The cooks were dabbling with liquid Xanax and gave the kid some. He went out into the dining room, pulled an elderly woman out of her booth, and challenged her husband to arm wrestle. Oh. And I guess since people on Reddit were totally, interested in exactly what kind of liquid Xanax we talking about here, he goes on to say it was liquid alprazolam, which looks like this. God damn it. I tried to mute the mic and then I just pressed the button and it didn't mute. Isn't that a bitch? Let me try that again. It didn't mute again. Okay, my God. Thank you, Closer and Linda. Boy, the second that I don't do this again. Okay. You know what, boy? Thank you. Come on. Excuse me.
Don't die, please.
Excellent. Off to a great start on the list of talking about people getting fired immediately for stupid shit. All right, here we go. We arrive at number 33. Setting a paper packing machine on fire because it got stuck. Oh, so this dude deliberately set it on fire? Oh no. Thank you, Amy Closer and Black Star. I was watching this video of a whole bunch of white kids getting arrested at a protest at Auburn University, which I would imagine is like one of the leading colleges that have dumb protests that are pretty much non-violent, but then they start fighting amongst one another, and then the cops come out, and then the kids act like it's a big deal. And while I was watching the video, you have all these kids yelling out, "World Star!" And I'm like, no, please, no. World Star does not want your white kids getting arrested at a protest videos. Fuck your college. All right, number 32. I had an what happened?
Was that the one with the snare drum?
Yes, that was fun. That was funny. Number 32. Had an employee, a nurse, who was drinking on the job, snuck vodka in a plastic water bottle. Ah, the old classic. We become suspicious when she began behaving erratically. Then we noticed that she was super possessive of her bottle. Not suspicious at all. She never let it out of her sight or let anyone else near it. She messed up and left it at her desk when she went to the bathroom, so we sniffed it, and she was busted. What a hot mess that woman was. What a hot mess. We'll be talking about Carol for months to come. Hey guys, remember Carol? What a hot mess Carol was. Number 31. Answers phone. Thank you for sucking on Papa John's. This is your mom. Go fuck yourself. Hangs up. It's supposed to be, thank you for calling Papa John's. This is my name. How may I help you? Well, you would imagine, yeah, that it wasn't supposed to be whatever they just said, okay?
Really? It's not supposed to be go fuck
It's
yourself?
not supposed to be that. So, number 30. She left behind incredibly bad. Nigga, what does this mean? Oh, okay. Let me continue the sentence before I start questioning things one more time. She left behind incredibly bad, incredibly X-rated, incest-riddled supernatural fan fiction on my computer desktop. Was it visual, you know? If it was just words, what does it matter unless you out here reading it, you know what I mean? Damn, is Michael Palermo texting me, but I'm streaming? How do you let these people know, man?
Morning, Linda.
I'm streaming, my dude.
And everyone else.
Alrighty, look, she left behind supernatural incest fan fiction. Of course she wrote herself in as a Mary Sue. Of course she used the phrase hot meat love wand. Of course she cried and blamed her autistic ADHD for writing about Dean and Sam slamming their various little wet woman holes. Of course she blasted me on Tumblr. Dude, you read through this girl fan fiction where she wrote herself into supernatural crap. Y'all girls are the worst. Of course Tumblr was involved. Of course Tumblr was involved. Of course. Number 29. Years back, a coworker got into some trouble for something and got called into the owner's office. A few minutes later, you hear a huge thump. The idiot broke his hand on the boss's desk during their disagreement. He got a police escort off the property. Well, damn. Well, this guy's a big man. Somebody said maybe things got a little out of hand. Okay. Number 28. I gave my secretary a document that I wanted incorporated into a letter I had written. She hucked the document like a frisbee into her trash can. It was literally my only copy, so I had to walk over and fish it out. That was her last day. Damn. Secretaries have like this, you know, let's call it a stigma of being genuine, like almost literal, not almost literal, but in many cases literal cocksuckers to the fucking boss. So who was she related to where she could get away with acting like that? Somebody says, you must have more stories. How did she interview? She was already there when I started. She worked for someone else, but had problems with that person. So they tried putting her with me. Well, there you go. Okay. There you go. Number 27. I was part of a group of IT contractors together for the large international project. Or a large international project. The client would get apartments to live in at each implementation site for 6 to 12 months. A member of my team got into a disagreement with the CTO when he came to visit our site, Sorry, the music's a little loud, I think. So yeah, this resulted in her screaming personal attacks at him in the hallway when he tried to step outside to de-escalate the argument. She was fired on the spot, but then proceeded to go back to the apartment provided by the company and completely wreck it. Come on now. The site was in the middle of the desert, and she had opened all of the windows, turned the AC on max, stomped all the drains and turned the water on, or stopped all the drains. She threw red nail polish all over the bathroom, and it was the most extreme breakdown in a professional environment that I'd ever seen. Well, this is what happens when you hire ladies, guys. I'm kidding. Write about it in the stream chat how angry you are. Or if you're a man, like the video, my dudes. You know what I'm talking about. All right, that's enough. That's enough. As we roll up to number 26. I'm like dying. Okay, I can't wait till that stupid thing comes so we can see just how bomb it is. All right.
I don't want to watch.
I don't think it's coming soon. Yeah, I think it's going to be a while. Number 26. My construction company was building a new addition on a hospital. One morning, the president of the hospital called to inform me that he just watched one of the laborers smoke crack in his truck while on break. Went to job site, talked to the kid, and he said, yeah, I was, but I waited till break time, smoking that crack. You weren't supposed to drive your personal vehicle to the job site for liability reasons. Oh yeah, and you're not supposed to smoke crack, even on break. We've had some winners over the years, but that kid took the cake. Smoking that crack on break. Yeah, I was, but I waited till break time. No, y'all already know. Smoking that crack. Number 25. I had an employee pull a gun on me. This was after he was fired for threatening other. That's what it says. For threatening other at a tier 1 help desk. Made everyone uncomfortable the entire time he was there. He's still in jail. It's been about 8 years now. Well, damn, baby. How emotional do you need to be to just go pull a gun on a motherfucker? You know what I mean? Especially if you're not going to kill him. You would imagine that the emotional spectrum goes, okay, you're not emotional enough to be so stupid as to go pull a gun on a motherfucker, or you're emotional enough to go pull a gun on a motherfucker because you intend to kill him. You know what I'm talking about? But how do you fall in the middle where you're just like, all right, I'm going to put this gun on me. Now we're traveling with my gun. Yeah, I got all this time to think while I'm driving. Now I'm jumping out of my car with my gun and I've concealed it. I'm going to jump out and yeah, I see it. I'm pulling a gun on the guy. Yeah, I got a gun. How do you feel about that? What are you going to do? Aren't you scared? Well, yeah, please put the gun down. You're not going to kill me, are you? I mean, you better not tell anybody. Yeah, but you know I'm the big man. You waving the gun around.
You're stupid.
Carol, can you call the police? Number 24. And Carol's like, man, fuck that. And she throw the phone into the garbage can like a frisbee. Number 24. I wasn't the manager, but watched the whole thing happen. A few years ago, I worked at a restaurant, and we had kind of an annoying new hire. One of those I'm too good for this types. So it was the kid's first job and the first day out of training. One of his tables was a family with 2 small children who were being obnoxious. But hey, it's a family restaurant. That is essentially expected. While walking away from the table, he muttered something along the lines of, "Shut up your fucking kids." Except he didn't actually mutter. He spoke at a normal volume. The mother overheard and was not pleased. "These are my kids. All they do is be loud. I didn't know it'd be this way when I got knocked up. I'm sorry." And then she cried like a bitch. And then she got $1 billion from the restaurant. I'm kidding. Okay. Except he didn't actually mutter. The mother overheard wasn't... Yo.
Good morning, lovelies. Hope you and Hannah have a great day.
Lissa, wow, you really do. I appreciate you. And what's worse is it looks like you're about to kill, poor Michael. Michael donated so much that I would imagine... You know what? I think I need to make the stream health more. Yeah.
Increases.
Poor Michael.
Michael deserves it.
Give me a second here. We need to fuck around with the stream health of the boss here. I don't want to reset the stream, boss. Ooh, we got a problem.
Oh, it might have changed him.
Yeah, if I reset the stream boss, it'll go back to me.
Aw.
Yeah. I should have just given the stream boss a hell of a lot more health.
Yeah.
But we have to assume that Michael Palermo is a freak. He's an anomaly. That can't occur in that kind of... Guys, if you weren't here for last night's stream, man, Michael went crazy. But that's what he does. He knows no other way. Thank you so much, Lissa. You're wonderful. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Because I appreciate you for making mine better as well. And I appreciate all of you for being here. Spending your morning with me. and liking a damn video. So number 24 is what we just read. Annoying kids. And I guess this guy got fired because he told him to shut the hell up. How hard is it to be quiet? You know what I mean? So many people seem to just like not understand that they can't get away with saying everything. So I guess learning a lesson is something that y'all got to do one way or another. Number 23. I once had an employee Snapchatting us as he drove an ambulance with a crew. Wait a minute. Props where props is due. Forgive me. I think that I literally just made the goal like $20 today or something. And then Lissa comes in and donates $30 right off the bat. So naturally she has exceeded the goal by 50%. And I got to give it up. I got to give Lissa. Thank you. Lissa. Wow. Lissa. Girl. Come on over. Let's make some cinnamon rolls together. Is that a sex move? Like the bookmarks that I have? You guys don't know. You'll never know. Is it a sex? I'm not supposed to call attention to these bookmarks, but I just love them sometimes. Like I wrote new sex moves, and then I have, of course, the Carmen Sandiego, the sticky syrup. Okay. The hot pocket. You know that's a real sex move. The hot pocket. Let me type it into Urban Dictionary and see what that is. Because you know it's a sex move already. Okay, let's see. The act of shitting inside a fold-out couch. Reclosing it, leaving it for an unsuspecting guest. Also known as the upper decker, the Mexican waffle, or the trunk muffin. Nigga, how is this sexually? There's no sexual connotation here. So there's no hot pocket sex move? Oh, here's one. The act of masturbating with his or her hand in his or her pocket, where the pocket acts as a glove, the hot pocket. Man, somebody's made it a sex move. Hot pot sex move. Risky Google, my dude. The Alabama hot pocket. This is when a man shits in a woman's vagina and then fucks her while the poop is still in the vagina.
That is the most disgusting thing.
Jason gave Tack an Alabama hot pocket and it took her 3 weeks to clean it out. You know.
That would be incredibly insane.
Now, you know, I could claim that I regret Googling this, but I wouldn't mean it. I would not mean this. So guys, do me a favor as we wave goodbye to, you know, YouTube monetizing this. Bye YouTube monetization. You know, I kind of searched on my.
Sorry.
What are you?
I didn't mean
How could you have even managed that? Look at where you are.
I know it was an accident. I'm sorry.
Okay. Anyway, you know, I kind of searched all my videos based on terms that were rude, kind of, you know, you're retarded, your sex, masturbation. So many videos came up. All of them were demonetized. And I was like, man, how does YouTube even know that I exist? You get what I'm saying? As we continue up this list, I apologize for that last entry. I thank Lissa for derailing the, oh boy, 40 stupid people that instantly got fired. And here we are at number 23. Bing bong. I once had an employee Snapchatting as he drove an ambulance with a crew member and a patient in the back through an intersection during a red light. Oh my God. Somebody else says, was he also getting a BJ and drinking a beer? I mean, what else does this need to get like scarier? You got a patient in the back and you in the ambulance speeding through red light Snapchatting. Yeah, nigga, at work. Oh my God. I wonder how they found out, you know? One of his friends was probably like, look, man, I hate being in the back with this guy. This nigga is crazy. Please fire this man. Number 22. I used to manage a restaurant. Wow. My hosts were in charge of taking to-go orders, but I couldn't have them away from the host stand to get them ready. So I had them grab a server that wasn't really busy and have them do it. On his second day, my host came to me and said, I asked a new guy to grab a go order for me, and he told me that it's not his fucking job. It was the end of the shift, and everyone was putting chairs up, so instead of singling him out, I just pulled everyone together and said, hey, If they ask you to get an order, fucking do it. They aren't asking you because they're lazy. They're asking you because I've told them to ask you. After my little speech, he turns around and starts slamming chairs around. Nope. Bye, bitch. You're gone. You don't get to cuss out my 17-year-old hostess, then slam shit around on your second day. You punk motherfucker. Now look who's in trouble. What? Huh. Yeah. All right. Number 21. I wasn't his manager, but at a company that I used to work for, they made the mistake of firing a system administrator before disabling his access. He apparently had known it was coming for quite a while because he had scripts written to change the local admin logins on a number of our servers that then promptly shut down. We were able to get them back up and restore root access with the domain administration credentials or snapshots. But imagine 76 mission critical production servers going down at once on a Friday at 3 p.m. That was a really long weekend. You should have seen the look on my face. The look on my face.
Bazinga!
As we travel up to number 20, punching his supervisor and then making a run for it. Yeah. You've got a real escape plan when you do some shit like that. You know what I mean? You know what, nigga? It's time for me to commit assault. And I don't care if anybody was recording. I'm getting away with this as long as I can get out of the building. Really? Is that how you think it works? Weird. Punching his supervisor, then making a run for it. He had permanent residence pending and wound up being deported. Oh my God. Must have been pretty bad and anger management issues to throw your whole life away over not wanting to switch departments for a week. When keeping it real goes wrong. Fuck that. I don't like people playing on my phone. At any rate, do you think it's like a culture shock? Maybe? Because some people can get away with stupid shit like that in their greasy countries. I'm not gonna go Donald Trump on you guys. I'm just saying. A lot of shit slides over in Bing Bong Land and you keep saying, you know, I'm not trying to be racist here. I'm just saying, if we go to watch people die right now, you know, let's be real. If I can't find one Asian footage of just some dude walking and doing his thing, freeze frame this. Let me see if I could. I wish I could see if they were Asian in there. You know they are. 14-year-old shot by man tries to shoot mother or friend as well. Oh my God. Man beat to death. Russia, huge metal gate crushes woman to death. Look, we're not really watching any of this stuff. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just looking at the point being. Elmo murder again. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a world. Let's go to watch people survive because we can actually share that kind of stuff. It's either Brazil, Russia, or Asia is my point all the time. You guys love this video. I'm sure everybody's seen this by this point. You know, what an idiot. Look at that train. Not funny. He's alive, so it's fine, right? But even if he didn't live, why shouldn't we laugh? You know, it's fucking, you know, get that shit out of the gene pool is my point. Get it out of here. What are you doing? Number 19, the dot-com boom. Maybe 1999? We were a tech startup hustling pixels, massive expansion, basically hiring anyone on the spot. Unsure how this wanker made it through because he was an A-man of many red flags, but he shows up for his second day in overalls. And most people were dressed in suits or, you know, dress shirts at the very least. Sits down, unpacks his rather large duffel bag, pulls out a legit Rambo knife and 2 huge dumbbells, proceeds to start working his biceps at his desk with the knife in his teeth. At a tech startup? Like, what do you... Man. This kind of stuff, you know what I mean? You couldn't even write this shit into a movie is the bottom line. Number 18. I'm in auto sales. One of our salesmen always seems to be up to something. Between lying to all the customers, drug abuse, constant fighting at home, he is impossible to manage, unfortunately. He was the type that gave the rest of us a bad name. Eventually, he got into it with our GSM about several issues, and his go-to was to start making fun of our GSM's handicapped son. My God, you tasteless dude. How do you get away with that? This nigga is over you, and you're dissing his family because of an affliction they can't fucking... It'd be one thing if the little nigga was fat. You know what I'm talking about? This is handicap. And this dude is over you. I had so much respect for our GSM. He took him in an office, told him he was terminated, and walked out, even though I know inside he was boiling with rage. Despite all the rage. Number 17. Supervisor in a call center. He worked with EBT cards. All calls are recorded. All agents know this because we have them listen to enough of them on one-on-ones. This girl got into an argument with the caller and told him, maybe you should get a job and get off food stamps. Oh shit. That wasn't even the worst part of the call, just the part that I can quote verbatim. There was also a rant accusing him of being personally responsible for the Atlantic slave trade. My manager was like, it really can't be that bad. No, dude, listen to the call. She was fired. Hell nah. Hell nah. I'll tell you what. I'm very interested in what the top 5 on this one are. Okay. Number 16. Not the manager, just witnessed the firing. The delivery boy answered his personal cell phone with Tony's abortion clinic, you make 'em, we scrape 'em, in front of customers and our very religious boss. Well, when the boss religious, it went over well. Sarcasm. What kind of job was it though, man? It was his personal cell phone. If he was on the clock, then I guess it's wrong. But yeah, somebody said, Jesus Christ, that joke is from the 80s. Yeah. When did that song come out? Okay. Girls just want to have fun. Let's see. 1983. Oh no. It's appropriate this time. My whole world crumbles if it's appropriate. Oh no. Wise Closer mad. Oh no. You're getting old, Michael Davis. With your prostitute looking ass. Number 15. A dick pic on the office cloud storage. Well, at least everybody knows who's the Birdman in the office. Somebody said, how did they go about identifying the culprit to fire him? Somebody else says, luckily it wasn't my job to do, but if I recall correctly, they identified him from the computer used to log in, the details on the file itself, and the type of phone used to take the photo. Ooh. Somebody else replies, there's a chapter from, I'm guessing, a book called Let's Pretend This Never Happened, about the author having to learn how to ask, is this your penis? With a straight face while working HR for a faith-based organization that apparently had a problem with folks using their company emails to send each other dick pics. It's fantastic. You got to learn to ask, is this your penis? Is this your penis? Is this your penis? Sir, I know that you're busy. Well, we've got some things going on in the office today. I gotta know. I wanna know if this is your penis. Number 14. I'm not the manager involved, but I think this fits the bill. A coworker of mine who was a little bit too into his car. What does that mean? Oh, I mean, like maybe he's a car enthusiast. Got snapped doing twice the speed limit. Okay. Instead of pulling over for the patrol car behind him, he decided to run for it. Nice. He led the police chase to the office and shook them off by hiding in the underground parking lot. The GM watched it happen from his office. He took the lift down, found the coworker's car, and told him not to bother getting out. Nice. Okay. Nice. Well, number 13. Rubbing a pregnant coworker's belly 3 times after being asked to stop, and then asking her if her husband was good at sex. What? I fired him and he asked if we could still be friends. No. He then tried to file for unemployment after only working there for 3 weeks part-time. Nice. Somebody said good at sex. Did you fire Borat? You know? Oh my God. It's like a Tommy Wiseau film right there. Number 12. I had an employee pass out in his truck in a customer's driveway. The customer called me to report, said employee had a glass pipe on his chest. Luckily, the guy decides to call me instead of the sheriff. The employee was picked up and brought back to the shop. When asked what was going on, he stated, I was on break. It wasn't weed. It's just spice. Sorry, bud. I don't think this is going to work out. I don't think this is going to work out, bro. I don't think it's going to work out, you stupid motherfucker. Number 11. I had to send a guy to a remote gas refinery site for an inspection. Previously, he had been reliable on most occasions. However, on this occasion, he never showed up for the pre-drug/alcohol test the day before. He had to fly out and gave me a long-winded excuse, basically blaming his car. Okay. At this point, I would have gone myself to the site. However, I was just back from a bone graft to my collarbone, so I wasn't going anywhere. The director made the final decision to send him anyway against my recommendations. We flew him to the site to do his on-site induction, where he would do the DNA test anyway, or the drug and alcohol test. Not DNA like, I jizz on your face and now you have my DNA on your face, ladies. Anyway, partway through his induction, he got up and left. I called him that night, but never got an answer. So I checked with his accommodation, and the hotel claimed that he had checked in within the last half hour. I was just glad nothing major had happened. The next morning, I speak to the client, and the client informs me that the staff member apologized for leaving abruptly and had to rush off and deal with some personal issues. I don't press it any longer. 2 hours go by, and I get a call from the client stating that they've kicked him off site because they found him asleep on site. When they awoke him, he became extremely aggressive. The client is furious about this and says, sorry, my brain breaks when I'm reading something that doesn't make sense. The client is furious and says, we're a cowboy of an operation for sending someone like this. Oh, says we are. So there's an apostrophe. Okay. Says that we are a cowboy of an operation for sending someone like this to fly someone up the next day to finish the job. That night, we had a conference call with the client stating that we're no longer going to be working for them due to this issue, costing our company roughly $1 million from the loss of the contract. We bring him the day after he flies back to ask about his actions. I'm supposed to head this up and get his side of the story, except before we even get into really discussing things, my director asks, if we are to drug test you today, would you fail? He answers yes. And he was told he is being terminated instantly. He starts yelling at the top of his lungs and blaming his actions on everyone else. I told him he needs to leave straight away or the police will get called. He does. He leaves for the next month. He leaves. Then for the next month, our admin receives emails about how I'm terrible at my job and I should be fired for not listening to his problems, which he had never spoken to me about. So yeah, that was the day I fired my brother and found out he was addicted to meth. Why you laughing? You just like that part of the story when, he admitted that the whole time? You guess you like that? You should be ashamed of yourself. You so into that.
Shut up.
Get the fuck out of here, dude. What? Why did people gild that? It's not that great.
It's not. We're
Why are you giggling at that? There's nothing cool about that. This story licks my asshole. Why did 9,000 people upvote this? You know, I'll never be, relevant on YouTube. And it's very clear that you already know that I don't want to be. And I hope that I can coast under the radar for as long as possible. But the reason I'll never be an asshole on YouTube is because I'm not an asshole by nature. I would have to really try hard to be some kind of asshole. And this shit ain't cool. It's a story about a dude who went somewhere, evaded shit because, he was on drugs. The end. But why did this write? You wrote like a novel about it. Okay, everybody, do I have your attention? Please pay attention to me. Please, nigga, please. All right, number 10. Look how short this one is. Okay, look how short this one is. Is this a woman? Is that bad? Oh, I'm so bad that I want to know if it's a woman, but I gotta know. I've got to know. So let's go into this. We're gonna sort by top, maybe. Stranger Things 2 now available. That does not bode well. Okay, yes, men love Stranger Things, but I'm not trying to shove it down people's throats. You know what I mean? That's the thing. Managers of Reddit was the most unprofessional. Okay, this is their top post. Brilliant. Okay, they got a Steam account. I don't know. That seems kind of manly. Talking about Steam. Yeah, I think this is just a faggot. You know? Yeah. Posting a picture of a cat in a box, My God, the plot thickens.
Very interesting.
This is a man hand for sure. Oh my God. Is this him? No, that's somebody's Twitter or something. The doctor says I can't sprint for weeks. No, this isn't his thing. This is him leaving a comment on something. Reddit has changed itself, and I'm like an old man to it. Yeah, I think this is a boy. But we'll never know. I think we'll know because the girls can't help themselves with some of the subreddits that they frequent. You know what I mean? And this guy's Siren66. Never know. Now that we're done digging through people's histories, number 10, I was going over security footage, saw an employee that didn't want to sign their contract, take it, sign it, stick it down the front of his pants, and wipe it around his junk. Then he sticked it in the secretary's box. The contract was burned, the box was disinfected, and the employee was fired. Aw, yeah. Backwoods Logger says, morning, everyone. Thanks for making my 15-hour shift better. Kyle. Thanks for having a name that sounds like a sexual move involving fecal matter. Backwoods Logger. That's going to be the new sex move. The Carmen Sandiego. Backwoods Logger. Number 9, I work in pizza delivery, and we had a guy back in the day, a fellow manager, who tried to shut down the store 5 hours before the time that corporate had set for us to close. He clocked every person out, sent them home, and then just refused to take phone calls or anything like that. He was fired immediately after our boss found out and even tried to come into work the next day like everything was fine. Damn. Somebody said, we used to do shit like that at my store once or twice a year. We always said the oven broke down or the power went out. No one bothered to check and nobody ever got in trouble. Somebody else said, we legitimately ran out of food multiple times and had to close because of it. I'd usually stay there and answer the phones because I think irate customers are the best thing ever. Picking up and telling him that everyone else is gone. I'm just here cleaning, and that we are completely out of everything on the menu would usually get some kind of snarky, well, why did you pick up the phone type comment? And here I am to say shit like, to get it to stop ringing, and just wait for them to start cussing so I can hang up on them. Good God, I miss those days. Good God. What a dip. This guy was really into the fact that his name's Keith. Oh man, I haven't heard from a Keith in a long time. Woo, guys, do you know anybody named Keith? Everybody gives Kevin, the name Kevin, the stigma, like they're just stupid or moronic or they're crazy. But I think that the Keiths of the world are the true fucking spectacle. And if you guys know any Keiths, give me a story.
A boy named Keith broke my brother's arm.
A boy named Keith broke your brother's arm?
Yep. They were playing on a pile of dirt. Forrest fell down, and Keith decided it was a good idea to jump on it. He was a fat kid, and he was an asshole.
Well, you know what they say, jump on and get to it, ride at my pony, the saddle baby. You know that song? No, you don't, white girl. Number 8, okay. What? Physician office. I had to fire a technician on her first day for drinking vodka in the employee bathroom at 9 a.m. I think she had a problem. Would you think? Oh boy. I like that there are people, and this person edited their post to say, I understand alcoholism, as if people were just like, you don't understand what it's like, okay? Megan says, I worked with a Keith once, but he kept to himself and barely spoke much. He was just planning on blowing the place up, you know what I mean? I'm glad you got out of there in time to not get fucked. Amy Versetti says, hello, isn't it too early for her? Amy, shouldn't you, isn't Amy like an escort, you know? No judgment. I think that's pretty interesting. I think the tiny girls, you know, like the slim girls that don't have triple D's and stuff, you know, they're really pulling their weight in the world, you know? Because it's just going to be handed to you really easy when the boobs are big enough, but it's when you don't got that, you know, that you got to be, look how I look in this. Look how I look in this now. Look at this thing now. You like my yoga pants? Oh, I dropped something, got to bend over. You know what I'm talking about? Michael Davis says, ooh, I gave a dude named Keith $2 in like 6th grade. Never paid me back, Kyle. Well, dude, with interest, that's got to be like $14 at this point. You know what I'm talking about? Depending on how Jew your scale is. That's rude. You ain't supposed to say stuff like that. Jalen says, okay, it says, know a guy named Keith who's white but says nigga because he swears he's biracial. He can be, I'm not supposed to say shit like that. You know, kicking people's teeth out, man. You're supposed to be making comments like that, Kyle. Just keep moving. Oh boy. Michael Palermo says, phone accounts checking in. Hi, Kyle daddy. Hello, Michael. You know, I can't believe you since last night still. Okay. Linda says she has an uncle named Keith and he's an asshole. That's unfortunate. Closer says never met a Keith. I'm surprised. Sarah has itty oobies. Oh no, it's Bishop. Bishop says I literally just got a few nights ago found Keith drunk as a skunk on my front porch, standing there because he forgot to knock. Who the fuck is Keith to you, my nigga? I let him in because it was freezing out and put Full House on TV for him. Who is Keith to you? Brett says, I just woke up. I didn't even know Kyle streamed this early. I don't typically, but what a treat for you guys, and specifically Michael Palermo, who out here making me work hard for the money. So as we travel up this list, we arrive at number 7. He slashed my tire after I told him to go work instead of sitting in the break room. That's a little extreme. Man, some of these people better be fucking glad that they caught these crazy ass people early. Because if they worked too long there and then you fired them, that would be, you know, it'd be the definition of them going postal. They'd show back up and blow everybody's brains out, man. Blow the whole fucking building up. And you know what? We haven't seen something like that nationally in a long time. And if it does happen, then we're not hearing about it. You know, and with today's day and age, people can't keep their mouth shut. So I have to assume that it's not happening. You know, we got people shooting up schools and shooting up movie theaters and all kind of bullshit like this. But we haven't seen a legit person work somewhere where they're. And here's the thing. The daily 9-to-5 grind, it's really unsatisfying. It's really pointless as far as like people's existence are concerned. It's monotonous. It's mundane. It's tedious. It's the height of mediocrity. So to wake up, go do this same fucking thing every day, and then at some point to be told, look, nigga, this shit ain't working out. You're getting fired. Man, I would imagine that would be the straw that breaks a lot of camels' backs. That would be people meeting their breaking point. It's time to make a break, and shit, you about to break. So how come nobody goes and blows the brains out of everybody at their workplace? Not that I want this. I'm just saying we never really see it. And if there's one thing that I'm pretty sure most people don't know how to exercise, it's restraint. So how do these people manage to get fired and go on about their lives? I'm suddenly a little bit impressed with humanity. But you know what? Maybe most of those people have somebody to go home and beat the hell up. So, you know, they got to live that life. I just got fired from work. No, Dad, please. You got fired just the other day, and I can't hide the bruises, Dad. Dad, I can't hide the bruises. You know, I joke about this stuff, but it's probably way too real for somebody. Somebody's probably turning this off right now. Like, it's not funny, Kyle. And I'm sorry. It isn't funny. It's really messed up. How people choose people as a scapegoat target for shit that's fucked up. And I don't know. I want things to change for everybody, but I don't know how to change them for everybody. Hello, Sheep. It's lovely to see you this morning. Thanks for liking the video. My man. Banal Vulgarian, haven't seen you in a while. Banal says that his Keith was known for doing drugs and wrecking his new instruments because they didn't sound right. I may need to make a stream specifically for Keith stories. That would be badass. Emmy says, I'm headed to a movie, but I wanted to let you all know that I hope you have a great Saturday. Girl, it's like 11 and what do you mean you're going to see a movie? Well, I guess people spend Saturdays the way they want to, but something about right now feels like, you know, grandparents' time. Is this what they call matinee? Yeah, she going for the matinee prices. I like the word matinee. It makes me want to touch myself. Number 6, my husband is a manager and his employee somehow had another employee's identification. He stole that person's check and cashed it. Caught it all on camera and she still denies it. How you denying shit when you get caught on camera though? Okay. Emmy says it's cheaper. Girl, you right. You know I respect you and appreciate you for knowing what you doing with your money, girl. Girl, you better get that prices. You better get that prices, okay? Megan says checking in. It's 1 a.m. on Sunday. Hilarious. I got your package posted yesterday. Oh my God, you really sent me something? That is so sweet. While we're on the topic, I just received something at my doorstep. It was Gatorade and a lock. And somebody sent it and they said #bring back stripes. If that's what y'all want, we'll see what can happen. But they didn't leave a name. That's important to me. You're supposed to let me know who you are when you're doing this. So look, it's so strange too, because it's like a delicate situation when I'm supposed to go, hey, whoever sent me this, let me know. Because if you don't tell me who you are, then anybody can claim it. You know, we can get Michael Davis out here or Aaron Deers just being like, it was me. You're welcome, Kyle. And then they just stand on their roof with their fucking towel around their neck because, you know, they consider themselves a superhero, but they won't jump. Okay, I'm kidding. I don't want you to jump. I love you. Wow. As we go to number 5. Ooh, actually, let's finish this. You know, let's knock this out of the park. As we finish out this list of 40 stupid people that instantly got fired, we arrive at number 5. One of our delivery drivers was supposed to be training a new employee, basically driving around to introduce them to routes and customers, that type of thing. Well, he told the new driver to just drop him off at the park down the street. When my boss drives the 15 seconds to the park, he was smoking crack with the bums. Literally smoking crack cocaine with bums at the park. So of course he got fired. Then maybe a month later we get a call from a customer saying that he was walking in the middle of a busy intersection with our company shirt on. Oh no. Oh no. I like that Michael goes, don't lump me in with him. Jeez. And then Amy's like, it was me. I can't remember the last time I heard about Amy. That's why I keep forgetting her. If not for her last name being the name of Tommy Vercetti in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, then ooh, excuse me. As we go to number 4, I had an officer under me. Oh yeah. He was reported in a tree. I went to investigate the last place he was seen. He was still there. Palermo.
Emmy being financially responsible makes me jealous.
Palermo restored his own health in the stream chat, dude. Oh my God. That's scary. Palermo, you have to forgive me, okay? Because I only just realized how Stream Boss works, and the health is a little bit lower than I wanted it to be. Do you understand me? And the only way for me to modify it is to reset all of it. And I don't want to do that and take you off the throne that you've earned. So somebody said Resetti. Amy Resetti, you know. Oh man, I was gonna make a really mean joke. Oh boy, look. Number 3, okay. A guy, wait. No, sorry, I didn't finish this one. He was still in a tree attempting to pepper spray birds. I wish I could make this shit up. He was fired immediately. Well, that's interesting. Number 3. I had a guy crush on a female coworker. He passed her a note at work one day with a gob of hand lotion inside and the words, "I got really excited thinking about you earlier." The girl freaked out, went to management. The guy got escorted out. Somebody said it's like creepy PMs in real life. Now, everybody, look, ask yourself though. Have you ever been so crazy that you were thinking, I'm gonna squirt some lotion in this paper, fold it up, and hand it to a girl? Like, yo. I feel, to me, things like that, I would never dream of doing unless I knew 100% without a doubt this is the type of crap that would be totally fine with her. As a matter of fact, let's be super on the safe side. Unless I'd physically been inside this girl, I don't think I would ever have the balls to send some nasty like that. That's nasty. Even to somebody that I think that I'm, buddy with, and we get along, and we're amused by each other, and like sick and creepy and nasty shit like that. Come on now. You squirting some shit inside a spoogey little envelope to give her, and guys, you've fallen for Amy's trap. How are you all talking about her? Her boobs aren't big enough for that. You guys are crazy. Like the video, okay? Like the video, and those likes will help Amy get the boob job she deserves so that she can be as relevant in real life as she is in the stream chat. I'm just kidding. Michael, I love you, man. And you're going so far. You're getting so excessive now. Oh my God. Number 2 on this list. I was a partner business, but wasn't involved in the day-to-day management or anything much anymore. Started another venture. I'm a big, rough-looking black guy, which is important for the story. My man. I can't remember the reason, but I needed to sign some paperwork, and it had to happen within the hour. I think it had something to do with a big client and some type of equity in their business in exchange for service, so I left the gym and drove straight to the office. I was showered, clean, but in casual clothing, jeans and a t-shirt. When I arrived, the receptionist said very loudly, "Can I help you?" There was already something off with her tone, but I didn't really care. I simply said, "Yes, I'd like to see Mr. Hampton. He's expecting me." I should have said my name, which she may have recognized, but I don't know why I didn't, or she didn't ask. She didn't pull up any schedule, ask on the intercom, call his line or anything. She then laughed and said, "Mr. Hampton doesn't take walk-ins, sir." This alone wouldn't have been a big deal, even though I think the laugh is rude. She then turned her chair away from me with her back facing me. I said, "Excuse me," and she put headphones in. There was one other guy waiting to see our office manager for a job as courier, and he was kind of snickering and amused. It was embarrassing and unacceptable. Should have just been recording a bitch. That's what I did. Come on. I would start recording her. Come on. I then raised my voice and said, "I need to see Mr. Hampton, and I'm going ahead." As I said, "He's expecting me." She just laughed, but wouldn't buzz me in. It's a set of office suites, and to get to what we call the bullpen, you have to get buzzed in. I don't know if she saw me through the glass, but The office manager ran up and buzzed me in and greeted me by name. The receptionist went white as a sheet. I could tell she was shitting bricks. I signed the papers and let my partner know what had just happened. He walked out with me and just told her to pack her bags. Legitimately fired on the spot. When I look back, I feel kind of bad for her, but it was so ridiculous. There's no reason to treat anyone that way. A client could have turned up underdressed as well. Absolute madness. Well, she got what she deserved, a stupid ass hoe. Somebody else goes, my high school buddy ended up being pretty successful and started his own business. A girl who'd bullied him in middle school applied for jobs at the 20-ish person business. I knew them both in high school. Their circles never overlapped, but she remained in her awful judgmental ways. So she applied to the job and was meeting with the owner. My friend ended up getting to the front of the building the same time she did. He figured he'd give her a chance because people change, yada yada. He's more optimistic than me. Well, she assumed he was applying for the job too and made a comment about how he never really grew out of that middle school look. He didn't tell me more, but eventually his secretary filled me in. Apparently he walked into his office and asked her to come in. She totally changed her tone and said, yes, I'm here for the interview. He told her the interview ended a minute ago. Nice. Okay. Oh my God. No, that's what I'm talking about. I feel like I'm smelling vinegar. Do you? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for being here. I'd like to thank you all for liking the video. I want to thank my sponsors for being just electric. You know what I mean? I can feel it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. I want to thank my patrons for being orgasmic. I can feel it, and it puts the vibrato in my voice. Okay? Gay. Oh man, how do you guys put up with me? I want to thank naturally Michael Palermo for coming in here and waving his big penis around, letting everybody know I'm Michael Palermo. But today, just for today, Lissa has him beat by going above and beyond to be sexually charged with an amazing donation. I hope she has a great day. I hope Michael has a great day. And I hope everybody has a great day. With that, we're going to go ahead and finish this list. You could say that we're reaching the climax of 40 stupid people that instantly got fired with number 1. Bing bong. I had an employee who got drunk on her lunch break, flipped her car, went to jail, mugshot with our company logo on her shirt. It was perfect. Somebody else said, is she single? Something dickin' crazy, you know. Someone says, always stick your dick in crazy. They're the best lay. It keeps life interesting. Here's the thing, guys. Maybe I'll say it like this. I would rather a lay that I know hasn't gotten around so fucking hard, even if it's boring, than a lay that's amazing because she fucks like she eats breakfast. You know what I'm talking about? And my God, I didn't even eat breakfast a lot. You know what I'm talking about? But fuck me. Well, here's hoping that there's going to be an interesting list by tonight, because otherwise I'm going to have to go searching. You guys know where the Discord is. If you guys don't have Discord on your phones, just download it. It's like this easy peasy lemon squeezy app. You know, you just make your dumb little name, and that's it. Then you can be in chats or talk to people one-on-one, whatever you want. You know, you can reach me on Snapchat. It's just my name, as usual. If you want to play Monster Hunter or Call of Duty World War II, you know, you should add me on PSN. And, all of that information is also in the Discord or in the stream chat, or you know what, you can type 5 letters. I believe in you. See you guys soon. Hope you enjoyed this early list. Does anybody need anything? No, everybody's friend. You guys are so sweet. Oh my God. Well, if you guys are good, then I'll catch you all soon. What the fuck is this? Dank memes is fucking lame. I told you I got banned from dank memes because of my dank meme, right? That's how you know. That's how you know I'm too fresh for this. Tree fell down on my street. My neighbor decides to recreate this masterpiece. Wow. Not recreate, just create. Well, there you go. Oh boy. Dude, somebody Monster Hunter cosplaying already? Y'all niggas are tryhards. How about that? Y'all out here tryharding in Monster Hunter. I love you too, Vanessa. It's lovely to see you. The Discord link expired. Are you guys sure about that? Are you sure about that? Okay. Discord. Let's see here. I'm gonna Kyle, right? And then I just say, hey, I want to invite people. And I also want this link not to expire. So here it is. And then I'm going to throw that into the chat as well. Okay, there it is. I'm also going to open up my... That link's not supposed to expire, my dudes. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? I don't think it expired. Look, someone else verify that Discord link hasn't expired for me. Because I'll create a new one if that's what needs to happen. Hello. Nobody cares. See you guys later. Love you. Bye.